สบายดี Hello everyone, welcome back to Lao 101 channel, the channel that will help you learn Lao by yourself. And today we will be starting again with the grammar series with future tense this week. Just before we begin the lesson, I just would like to thank you everyone for your comments and your like and your share for the channel. If you first time on my channel, if you like it, please make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any new video coming up from our channel. So let's begin. Like usual for grammar series, for the I will begin with the affirmative sentence. And like you know, the Lao sentence structure, it normally begin with the pronoun as a subject, and then with future we have the indicator word for this one, cha. Cha means will. And then you can also hear sometimes people will say in the short tone that si. But in this lesson I would use this word ja mostly, but basically you can replace ja or si in the sentence. Okay, the structures: subject, pronouns, and then the word ja, verb, and then the noun for the clarification. So in this example here, koi means I, ja will by go, hong hien school. So with the underlined word here, you can replace with the different places or different actually with the verb here you can also change it depending on the context what you're going to use, right? But in this sentence, when we use with by, means go, and then you can go to school, go to the market, go to different places. You can check out my location, the lesson about places, so to make sure that you can change this one. And the related lesson to this one, it means the pronoun lesson, the places sentence, the places lesson. Yeah. Okay. Thanks to one of the feedback last week I got from the grammar lesson. So he wants to learn about the Lao script as well. So I decided to, oh, that's valid comment, because most of my grammar in the past, I just put in, just only the English and the karaoke. So here you are this week with the future lesson with the Lao script in it. Khoi, again, khoi, cha, pai, hong hien, khoi, cha, pai, hong hien. I will go to school. Another example here, mẹ means mom, cha will by go ตลาด market. แม่จะไปตลาด แม่จะไปตลาด Mom will go to the market. เราจะกินข้าวเช้า Lao in this sentence here means he or she. He or she will eat breakfast. เราจะกินข้าวเช้า เราจะกินข้าวเช้า Moving on to the negative sentence. Subject with the pronoun as usual. จะ will, บ่ means no, will not. Verb and now again. ค่อยจะบ่ไปโรงเรียน I will not go to school. ค่อยจะบ่ไปโรงเรียน I will not go to school. ค่อยจะบ่ไปโรงเรียน Quite easy, right? แม่จะบ่ไปตลาด Mom will not go to market. แม่จะบ่ไปตลาด แม่จะบ่ไปตลาด ลาว จะบอกินข้าวเช้าเราจะบอกินข้าวเช้าเราจะบอกินข้าวเช้าเราจะบอกินข้าวเช้า He or she will not eat breakfast. And interesting here with the question sentence, it's quite, how to say, I never really think about my own language before, about the, when I do this Lao 101 channel, I get to think a lot about my own language. So you will see here in this particular subject about question sentence for future tense. It's very interesting when I put this one in. For just to get on the basic first, for subject beginning the same, จะ verb, noun, and ball. It's pretty much this kind of like structure for future sentence, right? But what's interesting here, when you say when you ask the question, will you go to school, right? It's quite simple in English. เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ Will you go to school? But in Lao, with the tone, you can see the word bo here. It's written the same in English for the sound, but then with the tone in Lao, it could mean two different meaning here. So the same structure, but just at the end that is a little bit different. เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ Okay, this is kind of like a short tone, right? เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ Are you gonna go to school? It means, even though it's the future of the question, it's a question of future tense, sorry. Yes, it has one meaning as are you going to school? But another sound, another tone when you say in this second sentence here, เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ You can notice that the second one will last longer, this tone. บ่ เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ It means will you go to school or not. So it's two future tense with the question, but different meaning just because of the tone. So depending on what you really mean with the person you talk to, right? So the first one, I repeat again with the sound. เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ Oh, sorry. even myself confused. Okay. เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ Are you gonna go to school? เจ้าจะไปโรงเรียนบ่ For the second one, will you go to school or not? Okay, let's move on to another question before I confuse. All right, in the second sample, here, แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ depending on whether you want to use bo or bo, right? So it's again two meaning. I'm gonna read this one out first, okay? แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ Mom, are you gonna go to the market? แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ Mom, will you go to market or not? แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ This one, it could mean like you might want to ask your mom going to the market with you, right? Mom, will you go to the market or not? แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ This one. แม่จะไปตลาดบ่ This one. Okay, let's move on to the last example, and I will pause a little bit just for you to guess which one that I would mean, okay? เราจะกินข้าวเช้าบ่ เราจะกินข้าวเช้าบ่ Which one do you think I would say? I'm saying this one. Will he have breakfast or not เราจะกินข้าวเช้าบ่เราจะกินข้าวเช้าบ่ Is he or she gonna eat breakfast? This one here. I hope you can recognize it with the tone of bo and bo. Bo, 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 bo. This is quite tricky for me to explain this one. I hope it's not too tricky for you to understand. Last week I talked to my daughter about why I do this channel. My daughter just keep asking me why I keep doing this channel. I don't know why. We get into the question, the discussion that is very interesting, very funny for me. My daughter joined me one episode and she really enjoyed doing it with me on that episode. But when we look it back again and said, Mom, when we do it, it's so fun. But now when we watch it again, why it's so boring? This make me crack. I just like, oh, maybe I could share this story in my video with the fan. Not many fan, but of course, it's just a funny moment that is interesting why she asked me. But for me, I just feel like I'm happy to create the content and then seeing some of you that finding is useful, and then you said not many Lao language resources that you find. It's very hard to find this kind of channel, so at least I'm happy that my language, my culture, there's someone that interested to know, and when I know that I am useful in some way, this really keeps me going. Okay, just a little bit about me, about why I do this channel. But let's get back to the lesson. So I use example here about what, where, why, when, and how, just to summarize and mix and match a little bit for how you can combine and use it in the future tense context. Okay, the first one is for what, right? เจ้าจะสั่งหยัง เจ้าจะสั่ง means order. Okay, you can find the verb lesson that I just did as well. เจ้าจะสั่งหยัง What will you order? I don't have the karaoke or translation for this one. ค่อยจะสั่งข้าวผัด ค่อยจะสั่งข้าวผัด Can you guess what this person gonna order? ค่อยจะสั่งข้าวผัด is about food lesson. Let's see if you can guess. I'm not gonna give the answer, okay, for this one. เราจะไปห้านใด เราจะไปห้านใด ห้านใด means which shop. What is the shop he will go? เราจะไปห้านหมู่ของเราห้านหมู่ห้าน means shop, หมู่ means friend, ของเรา means his, so he will go to his friend's shop. เจ้าจะไปพักอยู่ไส เจ้าจะไปพัก means stay, อยู่ไส means where will you stay? ค่อยจะพักอยู่โรงแรม hotel. เป็นหยัง why? เป็นหยังเจ้าจะไปทางเรือเรือ means boat, ทาง means road, so in this context if someone is traveling, why will you go by boat? เป็นหยังเจ้าจะไปทางเรือเพราะว่า because เพราะว่าจะได้เห็นวิวงาม จะได้เห็นวิวงาม so I can see beautiful view. งาม means beautiful, เห็น means see. ตอนใด when เจ้าจะมาฮอดลาว when will you arrive in Laos? มาฮอด arrive แล้วค่อยจะฮอดลาวตอน10 โมง Notice that the country word that I put here, because I put it in karaoke, in Lao when we say our own country we don't put the S. In Lao pronunciation usually we don't have the S sound at the end. ค่อยจะฮอดลาวตอน10 โมง I will arrive in Laos at 10. เจ้าจะเรียนแนวใด เจ้าจะเรียนแนวใด เรียน means study. How will you study? ค่อยจะเรียนทางออนไลน์ I will study online through ทางออนไลน์ just like how you study with Lao 101 channel, right? I think that's coming to the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoy our lesson, and as usual, if you like this video, please thumbs up for me, share and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss another lesson for next week. Okay, I usually upload the video on weekend, so yeah, if you like our content, just keep coming back on weekend. See you until next time. Bye bye.